Sure, 3 courses high. Okay, so this is 2 courses. So see this one now, these are 9-inch blocks. These are 9-inch blocks. Okay, if you go back again, you'll see the access pathway. See the access pathway here. That's the measurement. I forgot what the measurement is, but this is the access pathway. You can see the mason are using their lines to make sure that the blocks are lined. Okay, you can see the line. Okay, okay. So that's it. Now we had one issue on site. Right? We should have waited for this place where we use 4-inch blocks. Okay, we should have waited for it to dry, for actually the first course to dry and the second course to dry before we start putting mix in the middle, filling that 6 centimeter gap. The gap in the middle is 6 centimeter. So before we start filling that 6 centimeter gap in the middle, we ought to have actually waited for this thing to dry. So while we are using block to hold it on the side and all these panels to hold it on the side, is because the blocks were pulling apart, were falling apart. Mix, okay, even though you underestimate mixes, they have weight like concrete. They push things apart when you put it in between, two barriers. They push them apart. Okay, so they push it apart because guess what? The blocks have not dried. They are not strong. So we have to use this range and all of these blocks to hold it from this side. So that was one issue we did, but we're able to solve it. So this is just in case of next time. If one comes across a similar situation like this, you wait. Okay, if you're putting mix in the middle of your block, you wait. So there are a couple of reasons why we use 4-inch blocks, and we fill up the middle of those blocks with mortar. Okay, so the question is, why didn't we just use 9-inch blocks? Why are we using for this side 4-inch blocks, and why are we filling the middle with mortar? So there are two major reasons. Okay, now using this method like this, it helps to control heat. So if this particular area we are standing on, once all the wall has gone up, if it's very cold, it will be difficult for heat to escape from the room on the left, okay, into this room here. So it helps to control the heat, and also it helps also to control water leakage. Okay, so if you have water on one side, it's very difficult for water to pass through. So what that mortar mix is doing is insulating, and it's also ensuring that water doesn't pass from that side to this side. Okay, with hollow blocks that have holes like all of this one, concrete blocks, they absorb water. If rain fall and there's water on one side, you will touch the block and the other side of the block is wet. So this just reduces it, especially when you're expecting water or heat change to be on one side of the building, okay, or one side of the wall. So that's when you apply this method. That's the essence of it.